Hey everyone, today we are going to do another Shop My Stash video. So this is kind of an update from what I did 2 months ago, I believe, is when I did my last Shop My Stash. A lot of things are different now as far as I've used a lot of things up, whether that was from Project Pans or just using it up in general. So a lot of things have been taken away from here since the last time you've seen my everyday makeup basket. Now, there's a lot less in here, but there's one thing that was added, and that is this Kat Von D Studded Kiss lipstick sample, and this is from my sample Project Pan. So that is why this is in here, and it is my only makeup sample that I'm currently using. So like I did before, I am going to take out all of the tools. So I'm going to take out my brushes and set those to the side. I'm going to take out my eyelash curler as well as my beauty sponge. Now we are going to go drawer by drawer in my makeup collection, which is all right here, and see if we can pull out anything new or swap things out to try for the next month or two or however long I use these products until I do another Shop My Stash update. First drawer has my mascaras, my brow products, eyeliners. If you notice, don't have any mascaras in here, and that is because I used both of them up. So I will be pulling 2 new mascaras, and I am trying to use up my mini mascaras over here first. So I am going to pull for this Maybelline one, which is their Lash Sensational mascara. I actually have tried this before and I really like it. So this one I know for sure will be a good one. So I'm going to pull for this one. And then normally when I have a sample or deluxe size mascara that I'm using, I pull for 2. So I'm also going to pull for this one here, which is from Lorac, and this is their Cobra mascara. I have not tried this one before, so this will be kind of my wild card mascara. So I'm going to have 2 mascaras that I will be using. This one I have been using for a little bit already. So I'm going to add these 2. I'm going to put those there. I did have to move that out to make room. For brows, I think I'm just going to stick with the Ulta brow pencil that I brought in last time. I've been really liking that, so we're just going to keep that in there. We're not going to move anything else in. And then for eyeliner, I did actually use up the eyeliner that I was currently using. I think I'm going to move back in the one that I took out last time. This may be a little bit of a trend throughout this video, but I want to give this a little bit more of a chance before I decide whether to declutter it or not. So I think that this Shop My Stash is going to determine that. Add that there. And I think that wraps up everything from this top drawer. So we just kind of added in a couple of mascaras, we added in eyeliner, and then the rest we kind of kept the same. Now for the second drawer. So in here we have concealer, we have foundation, primer, setting spray, and powders. So the first thing I want to do is actually, I'm going to take out the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil because I don't think this is the greatest for when my skin is super dry. So I might pull this back out more in the summer months. So putting this back, and I'm actually not going to bring in any other powders. For concealer, I am still using the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. This is also in a Project Pan, so this will be staying in here. But what I am going to switch out is my foundation. So I brought this foundation in last time by NYX, and it's okay, but it's not my favorite. I did just recently purchase a new foundation from Clinique. I just did a little haul video. I'll link it so you can see what else I bought. But I want to try out this Clinique one that I just purchased because I want to see if I like it or not. Because if I don't like it, I want to be able to return it. So this is what that looks like. So I am going to bring this into my everyday makeup basket and try using this for a little bit and see how I like it. For primer, I did end up using up that Urban Decay primer that I had pulled last time. And so I am again going to bring back in the primer that I took out last time, which is from Benefit, and it is their Pore-fesssional Hydrate primer. And I'm still working on this setting spray by IT Cosmetics. This is in my Project Pan, so I'm going to still hang on to this one until I finish that up. So I'm not switching that out. And then that's it. So that's what we did. We swapped out the foundation, we brought in another, or re-brought in the primer. We kept the same concealer we were using. We did not bring in a new powder, but we did take one out, and we are still using the same setting spray. Moving on to the third drawer. This is where I have my blush, my highlight, my bronzer. So I do have this, which I pulled to see if I liked it as a highlight or more of like an all-over setting powder. And what I decided is I do like it as a highlight, and I have been enjoying using this, and I do want to keep it, but I think I'm just going to swap it out and try something else this month just so I get more use out of my products. So we're going to put that back, but I'm not really sure what I want to grab. Actually, I do. I'm going to grab for this Smashbox Trio here because I was going to travel with this recently, and I decided not to because I wasn't in love with these shades as a highlight. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it this month. We're going to see if it's worth keeping in my collection or if this is something I need to pass along to someone else. So same with the eyeliner. This is kind of me testing it to see whether it stays or whether it goes. And this one is in the shade Pearl. So for now, we're just going to put that right in front where I had the other one. As for blush, I had pulled this Clinique one last time, and I am really disappointed in myself. I only used this maybe 3 times, like, or maybe a few more times, but very, very few times throughout the time that I had it in my makeup basket. So I don't want to get rid of it because I still like this blush, but I am working on a new blush, or a blush, in my project pan now, my makeup project pan that I'm doing. So I want to bring that in and keep it in my makeup basket so that I continue to use it. So I'm going to be pulling this out, and I will be pulling in the blush from my project pan, which is actually in the next drawer down. So we'll get to that in a minute. That being said, I haven't really been wanting to reach for a bronzer lately. So I don't think I'm going to add in a bronzer. I mean, I could, but I just realistically don't think I'm going to use one. If I find that I want to start using one, then I'll pull one out and I'll share that with you guys next time. But for now, I think a blush and a highlight is good enough for me. So we're done with that drawer. On to the fourth drawer. This actually has that blush that I was talking about. So this is the Z palette that we actually had and pulled out last time. Again, I told you there's gonna be a little bit of a theme here. And this is the blush that is in my project pan. Now, you will notice from last time when I did my Shop My Stash, there is a big pan now showing in here, whereas last time you could not see pan. So that's pretty exciting. But yeah, so I'm gonna just bring this whole thing in instead of just having this out because I want it covered, and if I want to experiment with some of these other things, I can. So there's a couple of other highlights in here as well. So if I really hate these Smashbox ones, then I can pull for these. And it's already in my makeup basket. The rest of this drawer, it is all eyeshadow type of products. Now, the one thing that I am going to be bringing in, because I used up that sample, that Urban Decay sample eye primer, is I am going to be bringing in another eye primer. And that is going to be this Catrice eye primer. It's the Prime and Fine Brightening Eyeshadow Base. And I am trying to actually use this up unofficially. Like, this is not in a project pan or anything, but I just want to try and go through this and then move on to another one. This isn't my favorite, but I definitely don't want to get rid of it. It works decent, and I just want to be able to work my way through it. So I am going to bring this into my makeup basket going forward. Another product that's not changing is by Smashbox, and this is their Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer. I've been really enjoying using this, so this one is definitely going to be staying in here, and I'm not going to switch this out. I actually don't think I have a product to switch this out with anyway. As for eyeshadows, I am really trying to work on some here from my project pan, and I showed you these last time, and I have been making progress on them. So I have this Revlon eyeshadow in Vintage Lace, and then I have this Physicians Formula Quad, and I'm working on this brown color right here. So I don't really think that I want to pull in any other eyeshadow. I was thinking about it because I really want to start working on some of my palettes, but I feel like that's going to really affect my progress on these, and I really, really want to work through these. So I also have some eyeshadows in here, this Z palette, so if I want to play around with anything else, I do have some other options that are easy to get to. So not a whole lot of changes from this drawer, but that's okay. Last drawer is our lips, but quite honestly, I am still using this Beauty Rush lip gloss from my project pan. I really need to start focusing on this more. I have made a little bit of progress, as you can see, but I just feel like I can't have too many lip products pulled out, or I just won't either use them or I won't use a certain one enough. So I'm going to be keeping this one in here, and because I have these samples that I'm working on, I feel like I've been reaching for this one a lot because this is the one I'm working on, which is Lolita. And if I want to change up the look just a little bit, instead of just putting that lip gloss on top, I can always reach for something else and experiment and try different things and just have fun with it. I don't need to have it in my makeup basket. Same thing with the lip liner. This is also in my project pan, and I don't want to swap this out because I am trying to focus and work on this one as well. This one is the KKW Beauty in 0.05. All right, so that wraps up my Shop My Stash this time around for the month of April. Hopefully you guys liked watching this, found this interesting, kind of got to look into what makeup products I'm actually using, what I'm going to be using, why I'm using them, things like that. Got a little sneak peek into my makeup collection as well. I'll probably do this again maybe in a month or two. I don't want to do these too often because I do like to continually use similar products and try and work through them more so than, you know, dabble in everything and have everything open at once. If you do a Shop My Stash, let me know down below. I'd love to check it out. I find these videos really interesting. I hope you found this one interesting, and I will see you all later. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful and beautiful rest of your day. Bye.